Okay, welcome to this video review. Today we're going to be reviewing and testing the PD35 from Fenix. As you know, this is a 1x 18650 light, or 2x CR123. I rather using 18650s. This is some Enerpower 3400 milliamp hour. I don't know if you can see it there. It has extremely good battery life. It's very good quality, well protected, so totally recommended. So to the interface of the light. As you know, it has a very simple interface. You turn it on in the tail button, one single click, and it will be in the last mode you were using it, because it has memory function. So there we are in the echo mode. It is 10 lumens and it will last for 140 hours. Then we'll go to low, 45 lumens for 29 hours. Middle, 170 lumens for 7 hours and 45 minutes. High, 450 lumens for 2 hours and a half. And turbo, that's 850 lumens, and it will last for an hour and 15 minutes. So you go switching between modes, and as you know, if I turn it off, it will be in the last mode I was using it. And if I press and keep pressing the side button while it's on, I will have the strobe mode, which is very disorienting. But if I turn it off, it will be in the last normal mode I was using it. So that's very nice that it has the memory function. Also you have the box with all the specs here, and it comes with a holster, which is very nice. Of course, it could be much better built. It works okay, but in my opinion, Fenix holsters are not too good quality. They work okay, but for example, here, since the lanyard has this very big part, it's impossible to fit it because it's too thin, it's too narrow. So I always have to put it with the head down. It has a very nice pocket clip. It's very safe and secure there, so that's okay. So that's pretty much the basic interface of the light. Things that I like about it, of course, that it's extremely small, it's extremely lightweight. You feel it very comfortable in your hand. You almost forget about it when you have it in your pocket. The pocket clip is very safe and secure. It will stay in your pocket if you use the pocket clip, no matter how much you move and run or dance or fight or whatever. So yeah, some other thing that I like is the fact that it has some very nice heat dissipating design. Of course, it will get really hot when you're using the turbo, but it's okay, it's normal. And some other thing that I like is the light pattern. It has, I don't know if you can see it there, some very wide spill area, much wider than some bigger lights with some bigger reflectors. So you will notice it there that, for example, in middle range illumination or in indoor, or if you're in some place not too far, it lights everything up, even more than some other flashlights with bigger amount of lumens. You will fulfill with light everything up. And the hotspot is very nice, even though it's very bright. It goes like the transition and the color is very comfortable. We'll go through that later. I feel that even though the knurling is not so aggressive, I don't know if you can see it there, it's not so aggressive. You will feel really secure in your hands, and even more due to because of the clip. Something that I don't like about this light are very few things. One of them is the lack of tail standing. It won't tail stand even though it has the U-shape tail. It won't tail stand at all. And some other thing that I don't like is, for example, the fact that in my case I live in urban areas, and if I am carrying a light as an EDC light, I will want to use it as a self-defense tool, maybe in some situations. For example, this one, in this case, this strobe, you have to turn it on, then keep pressing for a while, so it will take a couple seconds for you to activate the strobe. And having the strobe, it would be okay, for example, if you were able to press the mode switch and have momentary strobe. I would love that, because in this case I have to turn it on, keep pressing the side switch, and just then I will have strobe. So that will take a couple seconds. That in some sort of self-defense situation could be very important. So in that case, since I don't have the instant strobe, I always carry it when I am in the street, for example, in very dark and lone places. I always carry in the highest output, so if somebody tries to do something, you will see, you get totally blinded. And believe me, it works. I have used it in that situations. Sadly, I have had to use it, and even though I don't have the instant strobe, just the light blinds, and that gives you the time to press the strobe. And once you have the strobe, you are far ahead in the, I don't know, hit and run, or if you know a little bit of self-defense, something like that. So that's a few things that I don't like about the light. I have heard also people saying that they complain about the side switch, that they have to turn it on and start rolling the flashlight around until they find the side switch. I personally don't see the point of complaining about that, because, for example, as you see here, I place the clip right next to the button, so I turn it on and I find it straight away, and I can even do one hand operation, you see, with no need to change positions. So that's more or less about the light. Now we'll go to the outside to see how this little guy does there in the outdoor. Okay, so let's go and try the PD35 from Fenix to see how this little guy does here outside. As you know, first I turn it on, and since it has memory function, I turn it on and it will be in the last mode I was using it. In this case it was in the echo mode. You see it's extremely low. I don't know if you can see there, but it's turned on. It's more than enough to read. Maybe if you want to read a book, to search inside the tent without waking everyone up, it's okay. Then we'll go to low. This is 45 lumens, I think, and you see that, for example, that small plant in front of me is maybe 10 meters, and I see with no problems. I can see the details, I can see the backyard, and I don't know if you can see it there in the camera. Maybe you can see only just the hotspot, but it has also a very nice spill area, very useful. That other tree also maybe 10-15 meters, so it's okay, light for close range illumination. Then we'll go to middle. Middle is 170 lumens, I think, and you can already notice that it's starting to get brighter, and you see there the spill area. It's much brighter in real life. To my eye, it's much brighter. Not only the hotspot, but also the spill area is extremely good. That same tree, 10 meters from me, you see that? It's very clear, even though it's just middle mode. That other tree is maybe 15 meters, 10-15 meters, and it's totally lit up. All the backyard with no problems. There I think you can maybe see all the spill area. I like the hotspot, it's very comfortable light. That other tree is maybe 15-20 meters distance from me. I can see a bit farther, of course, I don't know if you can notice there. It's a bit hard for the camera to see, but maybe there are some trees there in the back that are almost 40 meters, and I see them. There's a wall over there. If I zoom it, I will lose the details, but I don't know if you see that white wall over there. It's almost 70 meters, and if you were here looking through my eyes, you would see it with no problems, but of course in the camera it's a bit complicated. Okay, now we will go to the high. That is high, it's 450 lumens, and you see that it jumps quite a lot to a much brighter illumination. You see there the trees around, the same trees 10-15 meters from me. It's very bright, and once again I will repeat it a lot, but the spill area is just amazing. You see that it lights up everything in the screen. The whole screen is lit up. It's not only the hotspot and a narrow spill area. It's just a very comfortable light. The same tree 15 meters. You see that even in medium, in high, it's not even the highest, it's just almost in the middle of the total output, and it's completely lit up. Now we'll go to some further targets. We have that small tree that we are pointing now is maybe 30 meters, and you see it very clear there. There's another tree that in the back, it's almost 40 meters, maybe a little bit more than 40 meters, and you see every single detail. And once again, to my eye, it's much brighter than you can notice in the camera. Sorry for that sound. In the back there, we have some storage room in the neighbor's backyard. That storage room is maybe 50 meters. That white wall over there is a bit lost in the focus of the camera. It's almost 60-70 meters. No problems to see. There's some other details there that I can see, but they will not be easy to see in the camera. So that is in the high mode. You can see it's a very nice close range illumination, and also very nice farther illumination. It's very comfortable light. And now we'll go to high. Let me see. Wait. There we are in high. In turbo, 850 lumens, and you see much brighter. And I just want you to notice the change between the high and turbo. Well, just low, echo, low, middle, high, and turbo. Do you notice the difference there? Much brighter, extremely comfortable light. That tree that I'm pointing now is a little bit over than 40 meters, and I see everything in it. That other wall over there is 60-70 meters. I don't know if you can notice the chimneys in the top of it. Well, let's wait for it to focus. There's some chimneys on top of it. It's a bit hard with the blurry picture. Over 80 meters. Of course it would make it a bit farther, but it's a bit hard for the camera. There is some windows over there. I can see it very clear. The same storage room over there. I know it's a bit annoying with the zoom, but I just want you to see how many details it's possible to see with the light in turbo. It's just an amazing light. You see that it fulfills everything with light. That other tree over there is also maybe 30 meters. Wait, sorry. That tree over there is also 20-30 meters. That backyard of the other neighbor, maybe 70 meters, no, 60 meters I would say, and even farther than that. But wait, I will leave it in high, 450 lumens, and I just want to talk a little bit about the light pattern. You see that the hotspot, even though it's very bright, and as you see there, it goes very far, the spill area is just amazingly wide and comfortable. It's a very useful light because it just fulfills with light everything around. There are some other lights that I have with a tighter hotspot. They go very far and they have higher lumens, but they don't fulfill with light the way this little guy does. That is one of the reasons for why this small light has become one of my favorite lights. It's has a very simple interface, and as you see here, fulfills with light just everything. The whole backyard is full of light, and I can see to the sides of the light. For example, now I will compare it with some other light that I have. This is some SRT7 from Nightcore, which has claims to have 960 lumens, so you can compare a little bit. I will put them both in turbo. I'm sorry for all the movement. Turbo. Wait. Turbo. So here we have the PD35 from Fenix. You see how everything is lit up in the screen, and here you have the Nightcore SRT7, much tighter hotspot and more narrow spill area. So PD35 SRT7, PD35 SRT7, a little bit longer distance, SRT5, SRT7, PD35, SRT7. You see, much tighter hotspot, but very good for long range illumination. You see there, a bit closer range, PD35, just a lot of light, SRT7, PD35, and you will see that also in the middle range, small range in illumination. You will see that here inside it fulfills with light everything, and the hotspot is very comfortable. So even there in eco mode, you can use it to go around inside the house. That's low, and you see that with low it is more than enough for indoor purposes. High, it's very comfortable light. So once again, to the outputs, that's echo, low, middle, high, turbo. Maybe the batteries are a bit drained, so it could be a bit higher. So that's the PD35 from Fenix. I hope I hope this review was useful for you guys, and thanks for watching.